Hello and welcome back to my blog. I am Sabine and I'm a nutritionist and health coach, and I specialise in fatigue and stress management. Today I would like to talk to you about how stress affects your digestion. First of all, I want you to understand that when we're stressed, our body focuses on preparing to fight or flight the danger or stress, which can be physical or emotional. I love using the example of the caveman for this, which helps us to understand the stress response. So when the caveman was threatened by a tiger, for example, he had two choices. He could run away or fight it. So for both options, his body had to prepare to be alert and full of energy. So all the other systems in the body that were not needed in that moment were shut down, such as the immune system, the reproductive system, and the digestive system. So all of those are not needed when you have to run away from a tiger or fight it. Our tigers today are deadlines, anxiety, workload, financial worries, etc., other emotional stresses. Our bodies do what they were designed to do. They move all the attention over to the stress response to save our life. So you can see how chronic stress that a lot of us experience in today's world can have devastating effects on our digestion. So if you are stressed, your digestive system has the role of an extra in the background, which means it doesn't produce the right levels of stomach acid and digestive enzymes, for example, to help digest and absorb the food you eat. It can lead to a lot of issues, including imbalance in your gut bacteria and leaky gut, for example. What does that mean? Okay, so first of all, gut bacteria imbalance. So we have around 400 different kind of bacteria in our gut. And for simplicity, imagine we have good and bad bacteria, and they live in harmony when everything is working the way it should. But if you have chronic stress in your life, it can cause an imbalance. And if you're not eating enough foods high in fiber, if you eat too many refined carbohydrates, sugar and processed foods, and had some courses of antibiotics on top of it all, it is a bit of a recipe for disaster for your digestive system. And you can develop symptoms such as bloating, cramps, flatulence, constipation, diarrhea, fatigue, skin issues, generally inconsistent bowel movements, anxiety, nausea, struggling to concentrate, etc. Yes, stress can cause all those symptoms and more. And on to leaky gut. What is that all about? Have you ever thought about the fact that your gut is basically outside of your body? It's a bit of a strange concept, I know. It's a tube that runs from the mouth to the anus, and anything that goes in the mouth and isn't digested will basically just pass right through. But when your gut is leaky, certain food particles that shouldn't can get through the gut wall and into your system. And then your immune system rings the alarm bells and attacks them. And this can then lead to autoimmune diseases such as Hashimoto's, celiac, or rheumatoid arthritis, for example. It's really important to understand, though, that you don't necessarily need to have gut-related symptoms to have a leaky gut. It can manifest as skin issues such as psoriasis or eczema, autoimmune diseases, depression, mental illness, etc. And because over 70% of your immune system is located in the gut, if your gut is compromised, you could end up having recurring infections, frequent colds, etc. So how can you help your digestive system in times of stress? By managing your stress levels and by looking after your gut. So manage your stress levels, for example, by finding some time in your day where you can prioritize rest and relaxation, where you do things for a few minutes that relax you and make it something that really relaxes you and not what other people say is relaxing. Maybe taking a bath or reading, painting, going for a walk in nature, whatever it is that you find relaxing and that empties your stress bucket so that your stress response is switched off and your body can recover and focus on your digestion. Combine it with some deep breathing. For example, there's a really easy breathing technique. You breathe in and count to 3, you hold your breath on count to 4 and breathe out on the count of 5. And do this about 10 times and it really helps to relax your body. And also, I know it's easier said than done, but focus on what you can control right now. Focus on how you react to everything that is going on in your life, how you are talking to other people, and focus on if the food you're eating is nourishing your body or just calories. Then look after your gut. And I have 6 points here for you. There's a lot more than that you can do, but I've got 6 points for you here. So remove the foods that stress your digestive system. So sugar is usually a culprit. And if you suspect gluten or dairy, for example, are an issue for you, cut them out. Number 2, eat plenty of fiber, found in fruit and veg and nuts and seeds, flax seeds, etc. Number 3, eat fermented foods, which put the good bacteria back in your gut, such as sauerkraut, kefir, miso, kimchi, for example. Number 4, make your own bone broth. I'll put the link to a recipe below the video. Bone broth has gelatin and nutrients in that are really good for your gut. Chew your food really well. Each bite should have the consistency of baby food before you swallow it. And then number 6, stop eating when you are around 80% full and not when your plate is empty. So those are my 6 tips about how to look after your gut. And if you feel you could benefit from working with me on a one-on-one basis, then get in touch with me. Book yourself a 30-minute free chat with me, and then I can find out more about your symptoms and how I can be of help. I'm looking forward to speaking with you. Until then, bye-bye.